Abia Warriors. 9th on the log, 21 points. Plateau United.
Yeah.
10th on the log, 19 points. 11th on the log, Abia Warriors, 18 points. And Yobet Desert Stars of Damaturu, 14 points.
If I start going on and on as to, the possibility of Abia Warriors losing this one, some persons may say probably I'm not patriotic, and that may make me feel sad eventually. But we've seen the profligacy, if I had to use your words, there, the way these guys throw chances away, the way there's a lackadaisical approach to some of the games, which may be very important for them. And above all, the topsy-turvy being experienced at the managerial level for the club, you'd have expected a lot more from this team, which the state government is backing very, very much. But that's not the case. How many teams in Abia State? 2 in the Nigerian Professional Football League, 1 Aba-based, 1 in Umuahia, 1 in the Nigerian National League. What is the situation? It's always been Eimba who seems to be the ones to bail the cat. How long should this continue?
Advocating for private individuals to come in and give teams in Abia State a lift in terms of sponsorship. But let's quickly digress and move away from football and talk golf now, because world number 417 Max Homa clinched his first PGA Tour title with a 3-shot win at the Wells Fargo Championship. The 28-year-old American, in his 3rd season on the tour, began title final day tied for the lead with compatriots Joel Damon and Jason Duffner at 11 under. He dropped only 1 shot in an assured round of 67 to finish at 15 under. Justin Rose carded a 68 and was 3rd on 11 under, while playing partner Rory McIlroy, 2 back overnight, was 8 adrift in a tie for 8 after 73. So the Blues clinched Champions League spots yesterday with a win over Watford at Stamford Bridge. Manchester United misses out. Arsenal have missed out in terms of qualification, but can do that if they win the Europa League in Baku. But in front of them is the hurdle of Valencia.
And Emirates saying they're going to go all out and attack Valencia with all they've got. Well, looking at that game, let's start from that game. Arsenal played yesterday, getting the first goal courtesy of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the 9th minute. It took so long for parity to be restored in that English Premier League fixture there. And you'd have expected Arsenal to consolidate on the many chances that would have popped up. But eventually, that did not happen as they went on to, draw level on that game. 1-1 it ended, throwing away the chances of the possibility of even attempting to, move forward in the English Premier League, or probably contend for a top 4 spot there. And now all they have is the Europa League semi-final leg first and foremost, and that's Valencia. But Unai Emery is insisting that he can actually, do something with this, and the best way to go about it is to attack Valencia.
The Stadio Mestalla, that's where all roads lead to. And Los Che themselves were in emphatic fashion, brushing aside the challenge of Huesca by 6 goals to 2 at the weekend in La Liga Santander. The goals were shared Tici Barrah across the team. There's Santi Mina, Rodrigo Moreno, to name it, mentioned but a few, all on the score sheet for Valencia. We'll be looking to see how that one go down on Thursday. But Chelsea themselves qualified for the Champions League.
Yes,
and can
congratulations to them.
Yeah, and can now go into their game against Antranch on Thursday with a little bit of calmness there.
Yes, indeed.
A slow first half, but it all came to life in the second period there. Goals from Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Gonzalo Higuain there, and David Luiz for the Blues.
Well, looking at that game between Chelsea, I'm thinking it couldn't have panned out any better for them because they wanted this a lot more. They had a bit of advantage, and they went all out there with the intentions of securing that victory. That's what should be expected. I'm sure that any Manchester United fan or Chelsea fan who is listening right now will be saying, why is it not Manchester United, or why is it not Arsenal? But in the end, you find out that Chelsea went on out, and it was a very impressive win there. 3 goals to nothing he ended.
3-0. It ended in favor of the Blues, who will play Champions League football regardless of what happens in the Europa League. Up next, for Maurizio Sarri's men, is the visit of Frankfurt to Stamford Bridge. It is finally poised at 1-1 after the first leg at the Commerzbank Arena in Germany. But let's look at Manchester United now, missing out there. Oh, goodness me.
Terrible situation there for
What
them.
a chaotic campaign. What a poor season for the Red Devils.
Well, they have to focus right now on European League games, and that's the way it's going to be for them for now. I do not know what happened to ODS, Ole, eventually, but I think he still has his job. I don't think he's going anywhere just yet, but they need to check things a little bit more. They need to get attacking strikers. For Alexis Sanchez, who used to be one of the star players, this may just be the end of the road for him eventually. Having seen him walk through that tunnel after he was substituted in that particular counter, people would have expected a lot more fans, supporters from the Red Devils, but
against a side who got relegated in March.
Exactly. Why?
They kept on hitting the crossbar, and I was like, come on, do you want this bike extended? Come on, do some pole.
I just felt fate wasn't in their favor, and that's the way it panned out. So,
but you look at Manchester United this season and everything that has happened, and you point to the fact that that game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, that outstanding game which they lost, was the one they just let slip.
Well, if you feel, at some point you realize that they had some bit of firepower. It seemed like, with the coming of Ole and there was a resurgence in Paul Pogba, the team came alive after the exit of Jose Mourinho. There was like some sort of bright light at the end of the tunnel for them, and in that case, one was expecting that things will just play out positively for them. I just hope that you give them a chance. To prove themselves. A lot of the players, supporters rather, a lot of their followers did give them a chance to prove themselves. But it seemed like there was this decline. It just, from that height where you placed them, it just dropped, abysmally. And everybody looked to the removal of Ole, claiming that it probably because he was given a permanent deal. That's why,
Well, United, they're poor. They will be playing Thursday night football in Europe come next season. Let's see if we can squeeze in one or two calls. You can react to the incidents that occurred at the weekend in the round letter game of soccer in the Premier League and, of course, in the NPFL. Put your calls through to 0808-182-6949 or 0811-605-2949. Let's feel your calls this morning. It's Sports Tracks on Flow 94.9 FM. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, the South Striker in the house.
Yes, good morning to you. Tell us your name and go ahead. 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is Bikimo, transmission translator. That's my house logo. It's good for life.
Okay.
What happened yesterday, I have full confidence that I'm going to have my maximum report. And I told you people on this platform that I'm not looking for fourth, rather I'm going for third. What happened is, Tici, we have tradition. When you think that we are humble and grumpy, we now show you that we can play with one mind. No bias.
Okay.
Take it or leave it. Europa League, Tici, Arsenal, we are going to leave it. At the end of the day,
okay,
we're going to play Champions League. Thank you. I want to congratulate all the Tici fans. Catch you when next we catch you.
Congratulations to Chelsea and thanks for your contribution. Well, let's quickly look at Liverpool before we wrap it all up now. The title race deserves to go to the final kick of this relentless, spectacular confrontation between the Reds and Manchester City. It does.
Pep Guardiola has insisted that it's been a torrid competition, and yes, if I had to agree with you, yes, again, it deserves to go to the final kick. It would be undeserving it goes to either side, more especially to Manchester City, in my own opinion, probably because of the fact they've won it, just last season. Liverpool deserve a chance. They deserve a shot at it. Jurgen Klopp has put in a lot of, has made a lot of input, in the game. Who else? Mohamed Salah has been phenomenal. The combination of the team, it's not just been about Mohamed Salah or Sadio Mane or Firmino. The way the guys have teamed up to play, it's what I'd say, I think they deserve that victory. Not like Manchester City are no team at all.
Okay, City taking Leicester tonight at Etihad Stadium, Monday Night Football. But the statistics that underscores this mind-boggling season is that Liverpool have now accumulated 94 points to top the table with one game left, losing only once to the team currently in second place, and yet may not win the title. This is the campaign that has stretched belief, hasn't it? Well, in Africa Continental, we'll see Wydad Casablanca come up against fellow North African side Esperance de Tunis after their semi-final clashes went their way. And in the Confederations Cup, RSC Berkane will be up against another side from North Africa in Zamalek, as they also qualified for the final. Well, we'll talk more later tonight on Monday Night Football, the review show, as we look at what happened during the weekend in the game of football.